What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Underdog Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Nolan Skeen, alongside Antonio Fiore, Salestrina. Gentlemen, how we doing?
I'm back off from my week ban for being too handsome.
Yep. You keep it up. You're going to have another
How long did you have that line prep for?
Since I heard the podcast.
How hard did you blush when you heard the podcast?
I was like, oh.
We missed you. We always do. We want you here.
Yeah, no, I wanted...
didn't
Nolan
want
said
Alan
something...
here.
Huh?
We didn't want Alan here.
Nolan said something about... yeah, I know. I recommended Andrew, too.
I wouldn't mind either one, to be honest.
No, I remember Nolan saying something Tuesday night about, like, oh, we'll stream it. And I was like, oh, yeah, I could watch it on the stream. And then it was, like, 6 o'clock. And I was in the middle of watching Raging Bull. And I looked at my phone and I was like, fuck, I'm watching a movie.
It was so funny, too, because, like, Alan's, like, going back and forth with who'd you send as your best pitch? It was the Niners, right?
I did.
So he sends his best pitch as the Niners, but, like, right before that, Alan is back and forth, like, I don't know. I kind of like the Packers. I kind of like the Niners. I kind of like the Packers. And he's like, the Packers. And I looked down at my phone, and then Lady Antonio was like, oh, Niners went.
I mean, I wouldn't have said, like, you're stupid for saying, like...
No, but it was
Packers
just funny
cover.
that, Alan says that in your spot,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
you're just
No,
like, oh,
exactly.
Niners is the best bet.
Exactly.
I picked the Packers to win that game. I really thought that they could have.
They should have.
They definitely should.
They should have.
Oh, dude, they definitely could have. I liked the -9 because I just thought it was kind of like a year early for the Packers, and I kind of expected them to maybe be a little overwhelmed, but they weren't at all. They look pretty good.
So what the fuck? They're actually good? Like, they're actually a good team.
They're gonna be really good. They're like the youngest team. Like, not only in the playoffs, I didn't know. Like, they're like the youngest team in the league.
So they come out after the game and say they're probably gonna make Jordan Love one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think you guys know how I feel about that.
Is he off of contract after this year?
No.
He's got one.
He's
got one after this year. Yeah, but they want to just lock him in.
Dude, if they win more than 9 games next year, which they probably do.
Well, they don't want to. They don't want to take the risk in the next year. They don't want him to go into a year and then like be like, oh, he has an amazing year, and then they have to pay him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
If he threw 30 touchdowns this year in his first year, like, he could go ahead and throw 40 next year. And then what? Then you got to pay him so much.
Yeah, I think it's like you have to. I feel like you would wait one more year.
I almost agree with you, Nolan, but like then again,
what's the downside is what? That they have to pay him the year after?
They would have to pay him an exceptionally large, like probably make.
But they're already about to do that.
I guess it's to a smaller scale, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
But he probably has a better year, like even better year next year than he does this year.
But the key word is probably.
I agree with that. You're still
because he goes out and tears his ACL game 1. Now you're fucked.
That's true. That can happen.
It's like I get so weird with the money, like because it's getting so ridiculous that it's like, bro, at some point we have to tone it back a bit.
Oh, with the quarterback.
But every quarterback that signs is the next highest paid quarterback. That's just how it goes. Like
I know, and it's getting to a point now where it's like, bro, like these teams are just paying an exorbitant amount of money. They're not getting much of a return. Like, you know what I mean? Like the only return that I see is Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes.
Well, it's because now you pretty much, if you want a chance at winning a Super Bowl, you need to have the quarterback
on a rookie deal.
No, I wasn't going to say that, but you need to have the quarterback position figured out. You're not going to win a team with a mediocre quarterback.
And
like
it's
so hard to come across a good talent.
Maybe it's figured out, but you're not 100%.
No, you're not.
That Jordan Love is like Jordan Love's good. Don't mind, like he really impressed me in this like last half of the year going into the playoffs. But like, are you 100% sure? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, let me ask you this question. This might tell you, are you 100% sure? Is Jordan Love the best quarterback in the NFC?
No.
No, I mean,
who's better?
Goff had just as many touchdowns.
Goff is better.
And
Jared Goff is better.
Well, I'd say he had a better year.
He had a better year.
For the future, I'm probably going to take Love.
You don't believe that?
I do.
You don't believe that. Nolan.
Listen.
Sal, he's like the main reason they're in the NFC Championship game.
No, they probably don't have 12 wins if they have like a different quarterback. Like
they don't do that with any other quarterback.
I just don't think you think that Jared Goff is better than Jordan Love.
This year, yes, he was.
I don't know. I kind of get why Sal is a little about that because the Packers, in hindsight,
put Jared Goff on the Packers.
I was gonna say, in hindsight, without Jordan Love, that team probably isn't gonna make the playoffs this year. Probably wins like
I
6
hate playing
games.
this game because it's I just look at stats here. Jared Goff had a better year.
And they won
Straight
12
up.
games. They could have been a 1 seed.
They could have been the 1 seed. They got fucked in Dallas.
They're
They could have been the 1 seed.
They're one of the 4 best teams.
It could be
in
a
the
game in
NFL.
Detroit this weekend, and they would be probably a good shoe-in to get to
I
the
don't know.
Super
That's
Bowl.
a tough because I thought his question was going to be not NFC. Is he the best quarterback in the NFC North? Which
Yeah.
maybe
I'll give you that.
maybe at the end of next year, sure.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Well, Goff is in the same division.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You guys
sorry.
are retarded.
Sorry.
But
Then what the fuck are you saying?
The talent ceiling for Love sure is bigger than Goff, but
Listen.
I've seen
that
Goff,
was not
I've
that
seen
was not
Goff
the question.
Yeah, I know. I've seen Goff consistently succeed too.
The question was
So-
who had a better year. Jared Goff had a better year. He is better right now.
Yeah, if they both threw 30 touchdowns and 4,000 yards, I'm going to go
They
with the
both
guy
threw
that
for
won.
30 touchdowns and 4,000 yards.
Yeah.
This year.
I know Goff had. I know Goff
is
had
one step ahead of him.
more yards,
He's
but-
better.
one team won 12 games.
Yeah.
And he did look consistently better than Love this year. Because when Love
So you're
wasn't-
telling me right now Jared
'Cause-
Goff is
'cause-
the best quarterback in the NFC?
Right
That's
now,
what you're saying.
right now, yes. Him and Brock Purdy are up there.
Yeah, I think.
As gross as it sounds,
Brock
that's
Purdy
just what
is
it
not
is.
the best quarterback.
No, I
in
was
the
going to
NFC.
say Goff is better than Purdy.
Okay. Well, they're playing in the NFC Championship game, so they're doing something right.
They have a exceptional team and coaching staff around them, and I'm not saying.
I would argue the Lions don't. The Lions are unproven. I'd say the 49ers have a good system. For
So the
Brock Purdy.
49ers definitely. You're saying that the Lions don't have a good system and team?
No, they have a good
No,
system
they
and
have a
team,
good
but
system
like,
and team, but not like the 49ers.
yeah, Dan Campbell isn't the tactical head coach that Kyle Shanahan or like.
A lot of it is Jared
I'm
Goff.
not saying
Reed.
Jared Goff's bad. I'm not sitting here saying that.
They have a great offense though. I'm
I learned
a top 10 receiver. Jameer Gibbs is really fucking.
I
good.
learned my lesson from last year arguing with you, saying that Jared Goff was bad, and you had to say every podcast that Jared Goff isn't as bad as you think he is. So like, I'm not on the wave that Jared Goff is bad. I just personally, I would take Jordan Love over fucking Jared Goff, and that's today, that's this year, that's next year. That's me personally. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, that's fine, but I just think
I get
like,
it.
I think like you give him one more year before you give him the absolute bank.
I mean, listen, if the Lions go to the Super Bowl, then maybe I take Jared Goff over Love next year. But I mean, I get it because Loft.
What is Jared Goff in like historic quarterback terms? Like,
I
what
don't
is
know.
his comp? He
Is
like
he-
doesn't
is
he doesn't make sense to me.
Is he,
Is he
just
Drew
another- is he another
Brees?
Matt Ryan?
Is he Drew?
No, he's not Drew Brees.
Philip Rivers,
No, but like
Not really Philip.
he made
either.
a Super Bowl. Like Jared Goff has made a Super
Jared
Bowl.
Goff might make another Super Bowl. I don't know. I just think
I don't
think
like.
he's-
I don't.
I do. Think
I
he's
guess
very good.
right. Like I don't know.
Listen, has he been inconsistent throughout his career? Yes.
He's
but
just.
right now he's one of the best. if
He's
not the
just-
best in
he's
the
Former
NFL.
just-
number 1 overall pick.
You just can't put your fucking thumb on him. You don't know what he's gonna be. I feel like, and
Listen,
most of the times he does come out there and play a good game. But then you have the rare fucking 4-pick Goff game, or
You
like
don't get it very often.
No,
anymore,
not
though.
anymore. I agree with you. I'm just saying. I feel like he is a.
A system quarterback.
No, he's just like an unknown. Like I just feel like you don't always know what you're gonna get from him.
He's like a veteran now too.
Yeah, that's what I think.
It's his
His
8th year. It doesn't feel like it's his 8th year.
No.
but his
it's
8th
almost
year.
like he's grown up. Like, you know what I mean? Like in the sense of like he's very limited in the way he throws picks now. He doesn't really make a big mistake anymore. He's very good with the choices that he makes on the field. He doesn't really fumble very much. Like he doesn't give it away. He only makes plays. And like that's what you have to do as a quarterback. He's very level-headed. He obviously he studies the game. Like their offense is like
he
really
just
good.
is weird to me. Like I don't know.
No,
how
I
to-
know. There really isn't a close
They
historical
dismantled
comp.
that Bucks defense.
Yeah, they did.
They did.
They were
But
throwing all over
that
that
wasn't
defense.
that wasn't a bad game though. I mean, the Bucks were in that game for.
No,
most
I
of
gotta
the game.
say,
and the
I
Bucks are
wasn't
the Bucks are kind of a good team.
I was gonna say I gotta say the Bucks played a really good game, and I gotta say their offense is way better than people give them credit for.
Baker will be back starting for that team next year.
I had a decent call on my Mike Evans when we were talking about FIFA 2. He didn't have a career day, but like 100 something and a touchdown.
He
I
had
wasn't
like 7 receptions for like 130 yards. or
Yeah,
something
I mean,
like
I
that.
said 180 and 3. That was a little
He
aggressive.
still
but-
had a really good.
yeah.
Yeah,
but-
I agree. I think I don't know. We're kind of all over the place. But
That's us.
yeah.
Field goals and game-ending picks were the story of the weekend.
I mean, all right. Let's start.
So we already were talking about.
I was gonna say, let's start with the
Jordan Love
49ers, or at least go back there. I don't think that the 49ers played it wrong. They just knew they had a bad kicker, and it's like, why do you not address that during the year? Like, Matt LaFleur literally said he goes out there and prays when that kicker goes out there.
Yeah, the Packers should have won that game.
If they have a regular,
Packers
just
should have won
standard
that game.
NFL kicker, they probably at least tie or win that. Like, at least send it to overtime or win that game. So
Yeah, the Packers definitely should have won that game. in my
Also,
opinion.
you knew as soon as they missed too, it was over.
Dude, Brock
Yeah.
Purdy did not play that good.
No, he had a very good last drive.
Right, and that's why it ended up mattering. But like, some of his throws were like horribly off, and we're lucky that they didn't turn.
I'm gonna say two
Did
things.
he not look a little bit like Tom Brady in that game to me?
Well, yeah, with the fact that like
Tom Brady always did
definitely
that in
would
the
play
playoffs.
games where he wasn't that great for the first 3 quarters, and then
Yeah,
here
he
comes-
plays so bad in the first 3
Yeah.
quarters, and then when you need
No,
the drive, he's so good.
This is a Tom Brady playoff game to a T. Shaky, like little first stretch. Then he puts it on for like a drive or two. Then he throws a pick. Then the third and fourth quarter, he's really good.
There's a pick.
There's usually
but there's-
a pick.
but there's normally like 3 or 4 picks dropped by
Yes,
the other team.
yes, that also happens.
he loved throwing like a first half pick.
Oh, a first half pick was like almost like Money in the Bank. Like
Remember that really faded one against the Chiefs in the AFC Championship
There
game?
was the Chiefs. There was the Seattle game where he threw it on the opening drive when they were on the goal line. There was the pick six against the Falcons.
Falcons,
Like
yeah.
there's 100 of those.
Robert
that he has.
Halford.
Yeah, dude, I thought it was over after that. I was sitting there like, like no way. No,
I mean,
but back to the 49ers game. I mean, the Packers did everything they could have in that game. They played a hell of a game. It's just the 49ers had way too much talent, and at the end it turned out to be they made plays and it came down to kicking, but the Green Bay just didn't make the plays. I don't know.
yeah, it sucks too when like you play so good for 3.5 quarters.
They did, like I said, they did everything they could, and it came down to their kicker's miss. I mean, they tried.
Yeah,
They were in San Fran as a 10-point dog and almost pulled it
and a
out.
really bad pick at the end by Jordan Love too.
That was just Green Bay fucking quarterbacks of the past coming to haunt him. Like Brett Favre used to do that all
that's
the
such
time.
a Brett Favre
Yeah.
move, thrown across his body like that.
Yeah, just
They literally
slinging it
stitched
to
over
no
him
one.
in the NFC Championship game, and that was like what Jordan Love did. Like,
wanna talk
Because
about-
I mean they had a chance.
Oh, definitely.
They had a chance to tie that game up for sure.
Could have won it.
what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say we want to talk about the other Saturday game, but I mean, unless you still have.
I mean, the other Saturday game was like, I don't want to say pretty straightforward, but like Stroud was like one step past where he should have been.
Right, but also in that first half, it was like if Houston could have got some offensive drives put together, like they definitely could have been in that game. It's just
The Ravens defense is just like that.
because the Ravens offense didn't look that great in the first half either.
They never do, though. That's the thing with that team.
and it's just slowly the Ravens kind of like edged them out.
oh, they
and
love
the score
edging.
got-
The Ravens love edging. That's their favorite
And
thing.
the score got
differential in
big at the
second
end.
half. Their point differential in the second half is insane.
Well, they kind of set up their team that way. You don't want to defend the run for 4 quarters. Like, you don't want to constantly just be defending this, like, quick, like, read option, small, like, space, like, trying to decide, oh, is Lamar going to get it? Is Gus Edwards going to get it? Is it going to be a pat? Like, that takes a toll on teams after a while. So I get why their second half point differential is so good. But they also can't go into these games just being like, oh, yeah, we'll, like, not score for the first 3 drives or
Yeah,
whatever.
like we dare you to score in the first
Yeah.
half and then like play a game of chicken and then run away with it in the second half.
I can't believe it's fucking them versus the Chiefs. Like, it should be the Bills. That's so ridiculous.
So let's go to that
so
game
we can
then.
definitely talk about that. I was I don't think I've been that emotionally invested in a playoff football game.
You literally said
Well, actually, besides the Giants last
you.
week.
Yeah.
But like, I just have like when they lost the Eagles last year in the playoffs, the Giants got their ass kicked.
You were like,
the
yeah.
Eagles were gonna win,
Yeah.
and they were just way better. But I haven't felt that heartbroken at the end of a playoff game, maybe since the last time the Bills lost to the Chiefs. But like this time was different because it was literally like I was watching those prime Patriots teams where every single little thing in the game that could have gone their way went their fucking way. And it was just like, dude, throw me a fucking ball.
I agree, but up to a certain point, like, they did get the fucking fumble touchback. Like,
They did, and that was like, that's crazy. And
At that point, I was like, Ooh.
And it was like, dude, the Bills were scoring on every drive pretty much up until that point, and then they got the ball back and they didn't score.
What are we doing giving the ball to Damar Hamlin like it's a Disney Channel
That was
movie?
terrible.
That was
really
so
bad.
When they went for that, I was like, "There's no way." I was like, if you're just gonna go for it, put it in Josh Allen's hands.
I know.
If you're gonna go for it, don't try to do this. fake
McDermott, like, just let alone on that, McDermott needs to get fired.
Does he get fired?
I don't think he does.
Oh,
But-
my God. Like, I have seen enough from him in these games to understand that he does not have the wherewithal or the mental capability of beating a team like this.
Okay, so let me ask you about this. Who do you put the blame on in this game?
I don't know, dude. I mean,
Who do you put the blame on in this loss?
before Josh Allen missed that throw, like his receivers kind of dropped some passes. Like Stephon Diggs dropped a pass. There was
Oh my God,
deep
Diggs sucks. Diggs
Yeah.
is a fucking trash
And if he
can.
wants to bitch
that
after this,
65-yard bullet.
Bro,
That might have been the longest throw I've ever seen.
Do you know him and Shakir? He has less yards than Shakir in the last 6 games.
I believe
And-
it. Shakir
hold on.
looked really good.
And he has almost double the targets that Shakir has.
Yeah, he's bad.
And you know what? If he bitches after this year about like this team not getting far enough for him or whatever, then go. Good riddance.
Oh, he'll
He's
bitch.
the most Dallas Cowboy I've ever seen.
Yeah,
he'll go
is he
play with his
is he
brother.
Amari
Yeah.
Cooper?
But
Yeah.
if
If we're saying blame pie for that game, I'd say like 40%'s the kicker because like you just need to make that kick. Like,
right, and everybody's freaking out about the Josh Allen throw. Like, yeah, he had Diggs wide
No.
open, but also like if he didn't underthrow that was the right throw to make to the end zone.
Okay.
Because if that throw makes it there, he was open.
But
whoever that throw was to.
also too, like if anyone wants to assign blame for Josh Allen, it's like okay, so
He had a great game. He didn't turn the ball
I was
over.
just gonna say, so he doesn't throw an interception. He runs 2 touchdowns in, and every big 3rd and 4th down, he basically got the whole entire time. So you want him to do what more?
I think I was
Go
more
ahead.
disappointed in the play calling. Like,
So I was gonna say, so if 40%'s the kicker, I would say 30 to 35% is the coaching staff. Like whatever, if you want to say just McDermott or the whole entire coaching staff, fine. And then the other, 25% is like the receivers, Josh Allen, like lack of plays, like shit like that. I would say. So I think 75% of it is the kicker and the fucking the just lack of preparation or the lack of like how genuinely how do you give that to Damar Hamlin? Like genuinely,
Yeah,
it's not like it's a regular season game, and it's not like it's the first game that he's been bad. It is a fucking playoff game. You're in your own 30. You're on your own 30-yard line, and you do that with Damar Hamlin. And like if he gets it, it's like oh like great like whatever. But like when he doesn't get it, like obvious like
in an alternate universe too, like Hardman doesn't fumble out of the end zone and they score there, and the game's
and then they're
over.
just down 10. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the
then
game's
it's-
over.
yeah.
It's like what are you doing?
Yeah.
If you're just gonna go for it on 4th down, just keep your offense
Yeah.
out there. That number one, and then number two, when you do get the ball back, you get all the way down the field, and like it just looked like they were just all over the place.
Yeah.
Like you have a 3rd and 9 or 2nd and 9, you throw it to Shakir or
It gets
3rd
tipped
and
at the
9.
line.
He
Well,
gets
second-
bumped at the line.
Yeah.
It goes down. Like, bro, all I saw was receivers running routes to the end zone. Get the fucking first down.
Well, I will disagree with you on that.
there was
because
one wide receiver underneath.
It was Diggs underneath running a drag, and he was wide open, and Josh Allen goes nope to the end zone.
Yeah,
I get that, but
if he
make
makes that throw,
plays.
that's a touchdown because that guy was open.
Yeah.
I think that
No,
wasn't a
I get
bad
that,
throw to
but then the
make.
second play after that, you got 2 guys running post to the end zone. It's like, dude, get the first down.
No, I agree with you on the 3rd down play though, because there wasn't really anyone open underneath. It was all like 10 yards plus. So.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, like,
Well, no,
it's
no,
almost like
no.
they're
Here's
just
my
like,
thing. No, here's my thing. It's 3rd and 9. Get 5 yards. Make it a 4th and 4.
yeah, like run a screen on the outside or do something.
Just get
like,
something to get a couple. You don't need to get the first down on that play.
It's like they went so stale in the second half. Like it was like they just.
well, also
were like,
they never
we
really
need-
had a passing game. Like that whole game, there was really no like actual passing attack. It was
because they
just,
could never get the run going
It's definitely a
No,
It was
what?
definitely a weird
They
game.
were
on
running
both
for like
sides.
8 yards a play.
in the second half. No,
I guess I agree with that.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It went stale. They stopped doing. It's like Kansas City made adjustments, stopped the run, and then they were just like, the Bills were just like, well,
But how do you not
like-
throw? How do you not start throwing to Kincaid or Dawson Knox or something?
I have no idea, dude. That's what I'm saying. There was no adjustments made.
But like
in the
Kincaid had
second half.
like none of them had like more than 30 yards. Like Kincaid had like 30 yards, Diggs had like 20 yards, Shakir had like 20 yards. It's like So one of these guys you gotta start just throwing the ball to. Like, even if it's Diggs, just start force feeding Diggs the ball. Like,
I just think it was we need a touchdown, we need the home run ball. That was the only objective.
Well, normally
on
that
last
works
drive.
with them when they're in these game like late drive situations. It worked against they got their touchdown quick against the Eagles when they lost that game in overtime earlier this year. And with the Chiefs game in the past, like they scored with like 40
too much time left. Yeah.
Well, didn't Mahomes get the ball with
13
like 13
seconds.
left?
Yeah.
And that was on like a dart from the fucking 40-yard line.
Yeah.
So
I'm just saying it became way too predictable, and they just.
no, I agree.
It's like they had no adjustment. They weren't gonna do anything different. Like they was just like, we're gonna run the ball every single time, even though we're getting stuffed every run. We're going to keep running the ball, and then we're going to get to third down, and Josh Allen's just going to have to – it's like, okay, we're going to throw a 60-yard post to Stephon Diggs. He's going to drop it on first down. Second down, we're going to run it for 2 yards. Oh, now it's 3rd and 8. What do we do now? Here you go, Josh Allen. It's like they literally were just like setting him up to fail is what it looked like. And it's like, dude, be more intentional with your downs. This is the game.
Also,
so then it's coaching.
Yeah, I put like 80% of it on.
Well,
like,
yeah, right.
the
And now
staff.
now they're 0-3 against the Chiefs in the playoffs. Like they probably play each other again in the playoffs in the next 2 or 3 years. And it's like at this point it would have to be a mental thing. Like going into the even though Josh Allen's played great
last time, I said
every
they were cursed.
game.
I said after the game, I was like, oh, this team just owns them now.
That's what I mean.
I said that last.
Whereas,
last
like, at
time.
least if the Bills,
it's Packers Cowboys.
yeah.
now.
Well, at least if it's like the Bills win, then you can say, all right, the Chiefs got their 2 at home, we got ours at home. Like, at least it could be like some sort of like, all right, you took yours, we took ours.
Yeah, and now
have
it's
to win
every
that one at
time
home.
Josh Allen goes to play this team in a playoff game, he's gonna say, "What the fuck is gonna go wrong for me this time?"
I mean, this was their
Buffalo.
time.
It's Buffalo.
I said on the podcast last week, I said if they're not going to win this game, it's never going to happen for them.
Yeah, I think it just. I said that. I keep saying that every year. I'm just like, they're cursed.
in that
And
they
I
are.
keep forgetting, and we
And I
get to
would
the
never admit
playoffs,
it,
and
but
I'm
they
like, yeah, the Bills.
But also in that game, leading up to the field goal, when the game was starting to teeter on the seesaw towards Kansas City's side, when it was time to kick that field goal to tie it, there was never a doubt in my mind that he was missing it, because I get so wrapped up in those like pissed off emotions, and I wouldn't the same thing with the fucking Patriots games. I'd be like, oh yeah, he's gonna miss this field goal because it's the Patriots. I was like, it's the Chiefs, they're missing this field goal, and like before he kicked it, I sent to our chat, he's gonna miss wide right.
Yeah.
And he missed wide right.
Yeah, it wasn't even fucking.
I mean,
close.
all right. So here's something I gotta say about the Chiefs. They're not that impressive.
I will say.
I might sound retarded. I might sound like a dumb, fucking, stupid NFL fan.
No, but they're just
No,
experienced
they're not
as
that
shit
good.
now, and they have a really good. Their defense is very good.
Their defense is very good, but like, man, do I just like watch these games and I'm like,
Also, okay,
it's like just stop Mahomes once. Like
I gotta be honest with you. I think you're looking at this through rose tinted. That was the best I've seen them look all year.
I don't know.
That game was the Antonio. Back me up on this. That was
maybe
the best.
the Dolphins. I don't know. They looked really good against the Dolphins.
Okay, so this is the
In,
best
like,
that they've looked since
Chilly
then.
weather. Well, yeah.
Oh
but
no,
that was
not
last
against the
week.
Dolphins. They didn't look good against the Dolphins. The Dolphins
mean
were
by
just
40?
ass. I watched that game. The Dolphins were just ass. This game was the best their offense has looked all year.
I mean, probably. Also, with
Maybe
the Bills
since like
too,
week
is, like,
3.
obviously this was the year where some shit clicked, and they don't have their 2 best defensive players. Like, of course it works out like that.
Well, yeah. I mean,
It just pisses me. It
well,
makes
and they
me
didn't have
really
Gabe
angry.
Davis too. I bet that game was at least slightly different if they have Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis seems to be like the Chief killer.
Oh, that's true.
When they play the Chiefs, he always has a really good game. And Stephon Diggs usually doesn't.
I don't know. I feel bad for the Bills, but it's just the Chiefs, and it's always the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think like a lot of it is we just hate the Chiefs and we want the Bills in there. But
I
it's
know how
like-
people feel when it was like the Patriots going for this long.
I don't
because,
even
like,
Yeah.
hate the Chiefs like that. It's just like I kind of want, like, I would just like to see somebody different for once, and Buffalo would be
We're
really
the
cool.
They're the new Patriots,
And
and,
I-
now
dude,
we hate them, and it's
And
like,
I was
I
all
can't even be
pissed
mad.
off after the game because I was like, I'm typing, if this is rigged and there's a scriptwriter, the scriptwriter fucking sucks because there's no parity.
you like didn't even want to go to the fucking. You didn't even want to do this week after that.
I
game.
said that. I'm like, I'm not doing the fucking pod this week. I hate football.
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
there's only one man left that can save us from
It was
Taylor
like when
Swift
dude.
in
It
the
was
Super
like
Bowl.
when it was Patriots Eagles in the Super Bowl. I was like, dude, come on. Like I don't like either of these teams by a lot.
Here's the thing. Here's why I'm just a fucking retard dumbass. Like,
Okay.
the NFL's rigged. They obviously want Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift to go as far as possible.
They want him in the Super Bowl.
like no fucking shit. They don't want. What do they care about Josh Allen and the Bills?
They don't give a fuck.
They don't care. So like last week should have been easy, Chiefs. Easy.
Yeah,
That's why I
but see,
picked
this
them.
is why I don't like to. I have too much emotional investment in that.
Well,
Because it's the
also-
Bills.
also-
if it's against anybody else,
It was a
I'm
battle.
Also-
it was a battle of morals
Well,
last
also
week.
when fucking Allen's sitting there saying, "Bill's easy, Bill's butt slam, Bill's."
I've never
this."
been more confident in my Chiefs pick
we
when
got.
he said that.
We also got Jared to switch because he was on the Chiefs all week, and then like right before the game, he was like Bill's butt slam, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
Dude, I went into that podcast last week so confident that the Bills were gonna win, and as we started talking about the game,
I was like,
these things-
Bills.
all
Bills.
these things,
Yeah.
like they start making their picks and they just keep talking. I'm like, holy shit! Wait, the Chiefs are the new Patriots. They're gonna win this game. And then I switched right there on the spot.
How the fuck does the kid never win? Like, how does he just not?
It doesn't even matter. Like it's not even like fading himself.
No, it's just as soon as the bet goes down.
It's whoever he bets on.
Yeah,
Because
And
he
you'll
could
never know
still,
'cause he changes
could
his
still
mindset at
like
times.
the other
He's,
team.
he goes to the Bruins game last night. What was his bet?
no, tell me you bet on Winnipeg.
He
No.
bet on the over in the Bruins money line,
What was the score?
4-1,
And what was the over under?
5.5 probably.
and they had empty nets at the end.
Why would he do that? Connor Hellebuck is the best goalie ever.
And he still let in 4. It's just Winnipeg had scored 2.
Do you know he's only let in 3 goals like twice this year?
really? No,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Also,
He's like
but if
got
he bet-
24 wins.
But if he bets the under, then it's 5-4.
And then Swayman on the other side is really fucking good.
Yeah.
Swayman he has a better record than
Olmark.
Vasilevsky,
Oh.
Patrick Waugh, and Martin Brodeur through 100 games. He has a better record
No
than those three.
way.
that's crazy.
Mhm.
That's really fucking good. Also, Allen had no idea that the Jets had like the second most points in the NHL.
Yeah, they're number 1 in the West.
That's what I know.
How does he not look at
Dude,
these things?
I
What is
said-
he just blindly
I said,
making
I
bets?
said, yo, who are they playing tomorrow?
Oh yeah, that's what he does.
Well, we just found his fucking problem.
Well, he goes, dude, I'm going to the Bruins game. I'm like, nice. Who are they playing? And he goes, oh, I don't know. And then I went on my phone and I'm like,
He didn't even
dude,
know.
you picked the game against the next best team in the league.
No, but like
He's like, are you kidding me?
like when it really comes down to it though, like if he bets on a game, like he is actually like it's not like it's a blind thing. Like he actually sits there and says the Bills are gonna win or the Lions are gonna win or like whoever.
Oh,
like
I don't think has anything to do with his conviction. It's what goes into his pick. He doesn't. It's just nothing.
pure
Pure
THC.
emotion. Pure emotion, THC,
Also,
nicotine.
with the bit, like I bet on the Bills, and it was like after that game, one of my friends said to me like, "Oh, do you have money on them?" And I'm like, "That doesn't even fucking matter."
Yeah.
Like I would still be pissed.
You got so.
I was like, I'd still.
I would be
pissed.
so mad if
I
someone
mean,
said that
dude,
to me.
I had so much. I had over
doesn't matter.
$200 on the Chiefs when they lost to the Bengals in the AFC Championship, and I was happy. I was like, "That's pretty fucking."
So how
cool.
much-
The
how-
Bengals are going to Super Bowl? If it was $500, I might feel differently.
I want
about
to see
it.
Antonio like spaz one time.
How much has Josh Allen crossed to do in these 2 games? The Eagles game and this game. Is it 500?
Oh, combined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
But that was, dude. I put fucking.
You
I
had
put
your
3.
you had your-
I put 3.
You had your
on the
Long
fucking
you had your
Bills.
Long John Silver on fucking the Bills.
Long
against
John
the
Silver.
Eagles, dude.
How bad do you want to see him like spaz?
Antonio?
Yeah.
But like how or why?
So like, yeah, a good example would be like he's like pissed the Bills lost. He lost money
I've seen
on
Antonio
it.
get like a
And then
little.
someone goes, "Whoa, what
I've
does
seen
he have
Antonio
money
get a
on?"
little upset. I've never seen Antonio snap, but I've seen him get a little
I mean, I was
angry.
just like sitting
Just get
in bed.
spaz face.
Me
Just
snapping
like, it
that
doesn't
night
matter.
because I wasn't watching it with anybody. So after the game, I was just like, text everybody. How
I
fucking
love
pissed am about this.
Antonio's like. It's like half sarcastic, but like half actual asshole take. Where he, like you'll say something to him, and he'll just be like, "What?" Like, like he just has like this like
dude.
Yeah, like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just too funny. Like he just has this like, it's like half he wants to like not say anything, but then half he's just like, you're retarded, so he has to like come back at you with something. It's like,
yeah, it's like I don't.
Because
If
I
you're
would,
being
have
like, I
spazzed,
want you
dude.
to know that you're being retarded, but I don't want to be mean about it. But like, I try to make it known. Like,
I
if
usually
you
am
sound
just mean
stupid.
about it.
what?
I'm usually just like, you're a retard.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, we all lose bets. It's just funny when Alan is like, he sends the bet and then it's 2-1 after the first period. So like obviously it's like looking kind of decent. So what does Alan do? He emphasizes his bet. It's like once you
Oh,
He
that
needs
was-
to stop sending them is when he needs to stop.
that's also true, but like that doesn't matter either. No, but when he emphasized it, I'm like, dog, you're definitely not winning now. Like
Alan, I hope you're listening to this, and I want to see your DraftKings like
Win-loss.
I want to see it.
last time I saw it, it was really, I won't say numbers.
yeah, get
but
in a
last
betting
time I
group.
saw it,
Invite him
yeah,
to a
don't-
betting group.
Don't put them on blast.
But again,
No,
that,
if Alan ever says, "Dude,
butt slam
Warriors
this
are a
game.
lock tonight,"
if he starts it with dude and then there's a pause after, whatever bet follows, take the opposite.
Dude, especially if he has an NBA lock, it's always wrong. NBA's I don't do NBA. I won't. I
I
refuse to
cannot
bet.
bet on the NBA
But
because that means I have to watch an NBA.
He will
game.
get so sure about an NBA pick,
Mm.
and it's just never,
Remember his last one?
ever.
He was on the podcast.
He was on the podcast, and like the game was that night. And
Celtics and Warriors.
Celtics -5 against the Warriors. It's the easiest pick of your life. Butt slam. Warriors won in overtime.
And he's a Warriors fan.
Yeah, he had Warriors fan. He says Celtics -5, like no doubt in my mind, and then the Warriors end up winning the game outright. So, not shocking whatsoever, but it's
Yep.
honestly funny.
It's comical, dude.
It's
comical, dude.
That's my best friend.
So, gentlemen, 2 games left of that. Well, 3, but 2 games left this week.
Oh, when's the third place game?
That's next week.
See, that was it right there.
Yeah. Well, that was
What does
like
he mean by 3?
He
the
means
2
the
games
Super
done in
Bowl.
the
He means the Super Bowl, dummy.
This is not the World Cup. We don't play the third place game.
When's the bronze medal game?
Do we want to start?
He meant the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I
was
know.
really
He
He
talking
meant the
about
flag
Pro Bowl?
football Pro Bowl
Do
game.
we want to start with the Kansas City game or with the other game?
Let's start with the Kansas City game.
Oh, also, I don't know what the line's opened at. So
So let's guess. Do you know?
I know the Lions game. I don't know the Ravens game.
Kansas City at Baltimore
Is Baltimore
is the early game.
Yeah.
The spread of the game is blank. Antonio, your guess.
minus 3.5 Baltimore.
Nolan,
-5.5 Baltimore.
-3.5 for the Baltimore Ravens currently. How do we feel? Thoughts, opinions? Talk to me.
I think it's might be disrespectful to the Ravens because I feel like statistically they're way better.
Yes,
but obviously
I
it's not
still,
it's not just that, but
You just
I
can't.
still think the Chiefs deserve more of that respect in the line.
Well, I was gonna say you can't
Then-
hand a bigger number than like 4 with
Right.
Mahomes.
The Chiefs deserve the
agree.
respect in the line making more than the Ravens do, just based on the past, few weeks and 3 years.
I like.
I think I'm gonna end up picking Baltimore because a part of me thinks that it just still is gonna be our year off from the Chiefs. It just really hurts knowing that it's not gonna be the Bills in place for that year off. But I don't know, dude. Every besides quarterback, and Lamar Jackson is one of the toughest quarterbacks to defend in the league. But besides quarterback, the Chiefs have an advantage at. Not the Chiefs. The Ravens have an advantage at every position on the field. Every unit on the Ravens is better than the Chiefs.
Mark Andrews is back this week.
That's huge.
that is very big.
That is huge.
That's like extremely big.
And yes, the Chiefs' defense is really good. I don't know if it's like super duper elite. And I wonder how defending Lamar Jackson is gonna go for them.
I'm doing this for one sole reason, and that's because I can't see them in the Super Bowl. So, Baltimore -3.5. I can't see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I just think it's that.
I
year
just don't
off.
think they're. I don't think they're going back. I don't. And I
think,
said the Ravens since the beginning of the year. I'm taking the Ravens.
And I think it's Ravens by like 6 or 7.
So here's the thing: you gotta kill them. Because if it's a close game at the end, they're gonna get the
I think
call.
people are going to be disappointed at the quality of this game.
It could be,
'cause
And I
remember
think
last
I
year?
think it sounds crazy saying the Chiefs like it's not that close of a game.
well, this
involving
is
the
kind
Chiefs,
of
but
this was kind of my point.
things happen.
This was kind of my point before the Dolphins game. You're not gonna win a 3-point game against Mahomes. It has to be 7 or more. So I would almost say Baltimore -7 or 7.5 in this game. I know, ridiculous.
If you want to put down $20 to win like 100 or something on that line,
I know,
that's not
I know.
awful.
It's like, wow, why would you go?
I agree with your take because remember the championship games last year? There was some fuck shit going on. Remember when the Chiefs?
Oh my god, that Chiefs Bengals game was so.
That
stupid.
Chiefs Bengals game was probably the most rigged game I think I've ever seen. When they gave him like an extra down, like remember?
Not
that
only
shit?
did they give him an extra down, but then like he barely gets touched on the sideline, and then they call a
And they
15-yard
call it
penalty.
yeah. So there was those things. And another interesting note about this game, I found the tweet from Warren Sharp.
Warren
The NFL
Sapp.
pushed the panic button. They have a ref in the rotation who is a massive edge to road teams. He is Sean Smith, and road teams win at the number one highest rate with him. He penalizes home teams in ways no other ref does, and he's calling the Chiefs' road game.
But like, why does the NFL do this? Like most NFL fans want to see somebody different.
Oh yeah.
Is it just
It
like the
doesn't
Chiefs
matter
is it
because-
just the Chiefs are going to get better ratings in the Super Bowl? Because
Correct,
people hate,
because
people hate them and they want to see them lose.
Picture Super Bowl Sunday, okay? Picture just
yeah,
your
I know
pitch-
Kelsey and Taylor. in that
no,
thing,
just
but-
picture your run of the mill Super Bowl Sunday. Now picture every girl you know being like, "Oh my God, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift! Oh my God, I can't wait to watch this! Oh, they're gonna show her 1,000 times. Like it's gonna be that. It's literally gonna be that.
So here's with other refs, home teams win 55.9% of the time. With him, home win rates drop to 40%.
damn.
Jesus.
And with other refs, home teams cover the spread.
Well, who saw the-
Hold on. Let me finish. But with Smith, home cover rates drop to 37%. From 50 to 37. Then they're like, why is this? Well, with him, he loves to call false starts. He 4.6% more penalties on the road team in the last 3 years. And then Smith the last 3 years, 34.8% more penalties on the home team.
All right, here's what I'm gonna say though. Did you guys see who the Super Bowl ref is?
Isn't the dude that fucked up the Dallas game?
Bill Vinovich.
Oh, no, he loves the Chiefs, though.
He loves the Chiefs.
He loves
Was it the guy?
Chiefs.
Was he on the refereeing roster this past weekend against the Bills? Because I know there was.
Did he do the Bills jam?
I don't know. I know there was a ref that was like where the Chiefs were 2-0 with him or something like that.
No, he definitely has a good record with. I mean, he has a good record with every ref, so it's stupid to say. But like, he definitely has a good record with Vinovich. But like, I don't know how to describe him. He's like kind of that older looking guy, and he's like defense number 42. And, like he like points like this. He's like a very abrupt point.
Yeah, no, I think I could be able to pick him out if I saw him.
But yeah, no, I saw that and I was like, oh, maybe they are just setting
Is
it
the
up.
false start guy that you're talking about? Did he also ref the Texans game because the Texans had a lot of false starts in that game?
That's Bill Vinovich.
Oh, I know who that
yeah.
is.
He loves Patrick Mahomes. I don't know who did the Texans game.
Is he that ref? You know that
Who's the-
you know that NBA clip when Jordan's on the Wizards and Jordan like gets hit and he walks up to the ref. He's like, "Yo, that was a foul." And the ref was like, "Really?" And then he calls the foul and he turns around and he's like, "I didn't see it, Michael, but if you say
Yeah.
So Sean
Hockley
called the Bills and Chiefs game.
Gotcha. I'm not a big Sean Smith fan. Who was the guy that I was like, this dude fucking rigs games? Do you remember who I said and you were like, oh yeah.
It was the guy that fucked up the Dallas game. I forget
The
his
Detroit
fucking
game?
name. It was the guy that looks like he's in high school still.
Like you
The
talking
young
about the
looking
Dallas
guy.
and Detroit game?
Yeah, the Dallas and Detroit game. It was that guy. That was the guy that you said like fixes fucking games.
There's one guy that is it Brad Allen? Is that right?
Maybe I don't know. I don't know their fucking names. off the
Brad
top.
Hand.
I know Bill Vinovich, and that's literally it.
It's this guy, isn't it?
Yes, that's the guy that
Show
fucked
me.
up the Dallas game. And it's funny that like 3 weeks
I
before
said-
that you were
Oh,
saying that.
No, dude.
I said no. I literally didn't say that. We were saying. Were we
Sal.
watching it?
I
What?
think we were watching a game.
Who's he? Is he reffing someone?
No, nothing.
What?
What did I miss?
No, nothing.
What is that?
Allen.
No, it
What?
doesn't matter.
I will stop the podcast here. Say.
I will walk out.
Then text it to
Just
me.
looking at the guy.
Is there something I'm missing?
No.
Text
I don't
me.
know.
Text me whatever I'm missing.
Okay.
I'm looking at who refed the Texans game.
No, but yeah, literally 2 weeks before, I literally said this guy like rigged his ass off, and then he did it in the Detroit Dallas game. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is funny, dude. That you said that, and I didn't even know that until now.
I hate you.
Sal, look.
So I think Bill Vinovich did ref the Baltimore and Texans game.
Yeah, he's slimy.
Yeah, I
But
don't
it wasn't
Bill
the false
Vinovich.
start guy.
All right,
It
so
wasn't Sean
Wait,
Smith.
wow, what a call!
so Ravens.
I think the Chiefs cover that 3.5.
You're probably on the right side.
I definitely do think that the Ravens could still win by 3.
I think that's
I
really
think
unlikely.
this has to be a close
The two
game.
best kickers in the NFL.
This has to be a close game, and it has to hit the under. I don't know what the over-under is. Do you know? Whatever it is, I'm hitting the under because I don't think these teams score very many points, and I think it does come down to a field goal at the end.
The weather's been
44
a bit
and a
choppy
half.
in the Northeast.
Yeah, I
It's
think
low.
definitely under.
It's a little low for them.
It is a little low, but it's
also- it's the playoffs.
telling you something. I mean, 22 points for each team. Like, I definitely could see this being like a 17-14.
I mean, so what happens? The Chiefs don't score because like they should put up 20 points.
No, I don't think the Chiefs score because like the Ravens defense is insane. Like, it's just that's literally the hallmark. Like, everyone talks about Lamar Jackson. It's like, what are you looking at me like that for? Everyone talks about Lamar Jackson. You're being real goofy now.
Do you like mid pen?
He takes a week off. He takes a week off, and now
he had like a halftime pen hit.
he did. He like snuck it in. We didn't even
No,
see
I
it.
actually didn't. Sitting in my car. That's not.
And I don't even remember what I was saying.
Who cares? You have the Chiefs.
The Ravens defense.
Yeah.
The Ravens defense is good. Lamar Jackson is good. I mean, I could see Lamar Jackson struggling in this game. Like the lights getting too bright for him a little bit. Maybe they struggle in the first half.
Do I get credit for my 50.5 last week? Or
No, but you could have a bag of crack.
What, the under?
Yeah.
Do I get credit for calling literally how the end of the Packers and Niners game was going to go?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So it was determined on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Determinism.
Because it wasn't at the same game, or was it a different game?
Yeah.
It was that game,
It
right?
was the 49ers.
It holds true.
I'm just saying, I don't think it's 100%, but I'd say 9 times out of 10 when you see 50.5, the game goes under. But when
you
I say
you said at game time.
okay,
though,
when
right?
I say so, it was at game time. It was 50.5. But when it's like consistent all week, 50.5, then it's a stone cold under. Like
Okay.
if it doesn't move off of that, stone cold under.
I'll remember that.
But like this week, it started at 50.5 in the 49ers game. Now it's at 51. So like now I don't know.
So now it's smashing you over.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what that means.
So let's move on to that game then. How do we feel about this game?
You know the line or not? Oh yeah, we talked. We texted
so-
about
No,
it?
I don't know the line.
You don't know the line?
The Lions game?
Yeah.
No, but my guess was 4.5.
7.
7.
Lions plus 7.
That makes me like the Niners. If it was close, I like the Dolphins.
I like the
I don't
Dolphins
know.
too.
The Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
Mike
Oh.
McDaniel's gonna have a really good
Dude,
game.
what did you take an edible like an hour ago and it just started hitting or like what?
Oh.
Oh, it's that post-COVID high.
I forgot you had COVID. Get out of here.
No, but I farted. Maybe that's it.
You definitely can't smell it.
Did you lose your smell
Oh,
or taste?
dude. That was the other thing is I didn't lose my smell or
You
my
don't always
taste.
do, yeah.
Yeah,
But
no, I didn't.
I
Two-time
got-
You lose your
dude,
virginity. That's the only thing.
Listen, I got fucking pissed because I was so mad because there were 3 people as well that I knew of that had COVID. 2 that were in my house. The other was JR. And they were all
Yeah, you
saying
guys were definitely making.
they
out
were all
last
saying
week.
like, "Oh yeah, I'm just groggy and have brain fog." Meanwhile, I get stuffy nose, awful postnasal drip, and a hacking cough, which is just the normal cold that I get.
Well, I feel
which
like-
I get really pissed off about, by the way.
I feel like every time you get sick though, you get like sick. Like me, I was sick yesterday, but I had like a sore throat and like a migraine.
Yeah, but
Today I'm literally fine.
but like I also just get like pissed. Like I don't get like a
Did you
normal
spaz
cold.
on anybody?
Huh?
Did you spaz on anybody?
No, but I spit on people.
Oh shit!
Um,
With COVID, you're just walking around spitting on people. You like went to the gym
No,
and spit on people.
I don't just get like see, if I get a cold, there's no such thing as me getting a stuffy nose. If my nose starts running, then it's also my throat hurts because I have awful postnasal drip leading to an awful cough. So
You just like don't do that.
I just get fucked.
Yeah,
Just,
it's
do better.
simple. Just don't do that.
Just do better.
It happened.
I tell you,
That started
dude,
happening after I broke my nose too.
The
Before
Tylenol-
that, like
The Tylenol cold and flu, like the nighttime and daytime pill things that you get, are like superpowers.
You just take a
dude.
gallon of NyQuil before you go to bed. That's all you have to do.
that also is another way, but then you don't wake up the next day.
I found this out last time,
Yeah.
and I did it one of the days I was starting to feel better, so like I wasn't as like sick.
You do codeine?
Yeah. No.
Mix it with the Sprite?
I
Some
like
Jolly
the
Ranchers in it?
Dayquil capsules. 2 of those and a coffee had me geeking, dude.
Like you were just like
I was
blazed
like,
out of your mind. You were just
dude, it was like
running
I was
around.
on speed at work, and I was like, yeah, I gotta get this done, gotta get this done.
I would love to see you on
I was
cocaine.
like fucking
I would love to
hyper-focused.
see you on cocaine. I just feel like it would be like an out of body experience. Like you're very
Oh my
mellow
god!
and
In an
relaxed.
alternate universe, Antonio's a crackhead.
I don't want to do cocaine.
No, I'm not saying do cocaine, but like just to see you like that jumping. I can't picture you as like a jumping off the wall kind of person. Like, oh, to the bar, to here, but like
I
just
feel like I
like,
could see it.
I don't think I could see it.
Yeah, but
with
dude,
you.
it's just like for some people, it's just like a companion when they drink, so they're just like.
A companion, like it's like a best friend. Like what?
Oh no, dude! Half the people when we were at Jimmy, that was the
Talking
worst
about
voice
cocaine?
crack ever.
You're saying that like
Dude,
it's just, like,
Cocaine's usually the number one input.
What do you mean?
Alcohol is usually the
Oh, I don't know.
The-
People
the
like
pet.
to do it when they drink, though. So it's like you
People
can just
do it
keep drinking
when they're not drinking
because
too.
you're not like really blacking
Yeah.
out or passing out. It's
It's like
awful.
getting vodka Red
So
Bull
why do
not
you
a- it's
why do
not
you
a good thing to
why do
do.
you drink if you do cocaine?
to tame the cocaine.
So it's just like a relaxer. At that
No, I would argue it's the other way around.
Oh, I mean, obviously, I've
But
never
I
done
don't
Well,
know.
cocaine.
the alcohol definitely probably because alcohol's
There's someone listening to the podcast who like does cocaine regularly and drinks who's just like these facts.
Dude, I would bet you like half the people when we're at Jimmy's, like maybe even more than half the people that walk into the bathroom, like,
are doing cocaine.
dude, a lot of people do it.
I saw it more in Florida. I haven't seen it at all.
You
Oh, I
gotta
bet.
you gotta be in the trenches to be doing cocaine. I'm sorry,
You got to be a different kind of gremlin.
Yeah.
You're a
Yeah,
different
I think
type of
it's dirty.
human.
but like that's like the underground passage. Like if you're doing cocaine, you're like in some sort of
And
secret
like
society.
think about like the 70s. Like everyone was doing it in like the
Oh,
70s.
dude, yeah.
Like just give me the fucking
And
dab
that's when it
time
was
and, like,
pure,
call it a
too.
day. Like seriously.
Yeah, I don't need any of that shit.
Like oh, I can get electronically high while I'm playing video games. Cool.
Or like the people who like are prescribed Adderall, like give it to all their friends,
yeah, that's retarded.
and like you're
too.
doing like Adderall and shit.
Yeah.
I had one friend. He was like, "Yeah, I can't do Adderall and drink because I'll be up like all night." And he did it once, and he ended up like in downtown Orlando, like
Jesus.
at one of like they have like
sounds
a
like
theme
fun.
park or something, like one of those like swings that goes all the way up to the top.
Oh Jesus.
And he went on that at like 4 a.m.
Dude, Adderall sounds crazy.
Came back at like 5:36 and was like, "Dude, I'm still awake."
Jesus.
He was like, "I can't go to sleep." I was
Adderall's
like,
probably kind of fun.
Probably, but I'll never do it.
You
"Oh
know
my god,
what was
him on
so-
Adderall."
Yeah, I try to.
Oh, that would be crazy. Hyper focused? No, dude. Well, one time, so after Alan snapped his he tore his ACL, me and Nick brought him a cart, like his first day back at home as
The
like a
body of
gift.
Christ.
And he, when we're leaving, he's like, "Thanks for the cart, guys." Then he grabs his bottle. He's like, "You guys want a burn?"
I think I was there for that. Actually,
That's so funny.
his mom was like, "Alan."
Dude, pills are scary, bro.
No, yeah, I don't.
No, he said he did one and turned into like a fucking
Yeah.
like.
Oh, when he
a
told me
burger,
he hated it,
worse
I
than a
was like,
burger.
"Thank God."
Yeah.
Dude, I took Vicodin once, and I was like, "Dude, I'll never do that again."
Do you have any left?
No, it's when I got like my wisdom teeth out,
So you're like,
and like
Yo,
the
you-
pain was so bad that I was just like, I was finally just like, "Yeah, I'll take one." I
Alright.
took one, dude, and I like couldn't move off the couch.
We should get back.
I
on
literally
track.
was paralyzed.
Yeah,
Like
no.
it turned me into a paraplegic. I couldn't move, dude.
into
you
Stephen
were in the
Hawking.
K-hole.
I wanted to go upstairs to bed, and I just couldn't. I fell asleep on the couch. My mom was like, "Why'd you sleep on the couch?" I was like, "Cause I couldn't get up." It was like 1 a.m. I
You're
was
like,
dude,
Mom, dude, I was just.
You gotta go to the
fucking-"
bathroom. You're just army crawling to the bathroom. Just
I-
your
I
legs.
Like,
pissed
Mom,
my
I was
pants.
tweaking. Yeah, dude, are you Jordan Belfort on Quaaludes?
It was almost like
Get
that.
off the phone.
All
On
right.
that note,
Raven. No.
No, Lions,
and
Niners.
49ers -7.
Detroit versus everybody. No,
So
Yeah,
happy you're
now
back
that we're
on the
back
train.
from fucking.
I
rehab.
was last week. I had Detroit.
No,
last
you
week.
were. Yeah, but now you're like.
I'm fully on board. But like,
and now they're gonna
but-
get.
yeah, now
they're
they
gonna
lose.
get their ass.
Yeah,
kicked,
now they lose. So
But here's the thing with how we were so emotionally invested in the Bills. I'm so emotionally invested in the Lions, and I have to see it through.
I won't even be mad that the Niners win. The only
I'll be
team.
mad if the Niners.
The
win.
only team I do not want to see win this weekend is the Kansas City Chiefs. If the Kansas City Chiefs win this weekend,
that might be
I'm
the
going
only
to be
team that
pissed.
does win.
And the other team ties.
They're gonna give him a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
They're
but
gonna give
dude,
him the
Chiefs
ring.
Lions would be kind of lit.
What did
No.
I say last week? I said the
Ravens
first.
Lions.
I said
would
the.
be sick.
I said the first game of the season was Chiefs Lions. Maybe the last game of the season is Chiefs Lions.
It's still there. It's still.
Honestly, that's not the worst parlay in the world. Chiefs Lions money line parlay this week, John. That's not a terrible bet.
Might be a terrible bet. No way both underdogs win.
That's what they want you to think.
If the Ravens win, I'm putting my home on the Lions.
Mm.
But then the Niners are just gonna beat the shit out of them.
Well, okay, I liked it though because everyone is thinking that the color theory on the logo is true.
So if the Ravens win this weekend, the play is put your entire. Okay, so Ravens Lions money line
Yeah.
parlay.
All right. So we got it figured out.
Because here's the thing, so many. This is where like the Lions are no longer the favorite. Everyone's thinking 49ers. right?
Power ranked the matchups. Like best to worst Super Bowl go of
I
what's
think
left.
in my opinion, the best Super Bowl is Ravens and Lions. The most obvious pick is Ravens 49ers.
I'm just saying most entertaining Ravens Lions.
Ravens Lions.
I'd say Chiefs Lions. Most entertaining.
I think it's Chiefs 49ers realistically.
No, because
Oh.
we've seen that already.
But like now it's like all right,
Nah.
mano y mano. Now it's
I
like
think it was way more exciting when it happened the first
Also,
time.
Brock and Pat would be like a thing.
yeah,
No.
maybe.
Brock can take down Pat.
They're like, oh, it was Jimmy, now it's Brock. Now we have the new superstar. And
Jimmy and G was terrible.
They did that. That was like the line when Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes played, and he like absolutely eviscerated him. I don't like that at all. But hey, that's your opinion.
I just think because of the star power in that game.
I just think the Ravens Lions, it'd be like, I don't know.
Dude,
But it can't be two
League
red
MVP.
teams.
Dude, the
But it can't be two
Ravens-
red teams.
I mean, yeah.
What about the year when it was Niners? And
But like that only happens once
I know.
every so often.
no, and also
it's
though,
never two red teams. What about that one time? It happens at once every like 10
the
years.
Ravens clipped the Lions this year.
Yeah, so the Lions would be wanting payback. I'd love the Lions.
Well, the Ravens clipped the 49ers this year too.
But I also want you to know
We haven't seen
That-
a Super Bowl blowout. Also,
if since Tom Brady and the Bucks, but
Now we got
yes,
one.
shut the fuck up. Shut up.
just gonna happen. It's gonna be Ravens by like 14. Wherever they play.
It doesn't matter what scenario. If the Lions make the Super Bowl, they're winning the Super Bowl.
I
Actually,
hope so.
Like nothing would.
they're
make
the
me more
they're the
happy.
most Super Bowl loser ever. Come on.
No,
Yes, they are. You know
I
it.
have
too.
to
Yeah,
see
Jared
it to
Goff
the
was
end.
his worst game
Sal,
by
I have to
far.
see it to the end, dude.
No,
have to.
I want you.
Dude, but like, what's the Jared Goff narrative if they fucking win the Super Bowl, dude?
There is no narrative. Everyone's just gonna be like,
It'd be the same with Matt Stafford.
"Ew."
It'd be the same with Matt Stafford.
Yeah, but he's
Wow, do they each have to win one?
he's also.
I guess that
younger.
might be the
That's
comparison.
why
is
he's
Matt
much younger
Stafford
than Stafford.
to Jared Goff.
He kind of is a Stafford.
Yeah, but Jared Goff has been places.
Okay, he's been to one Super Bowl where they scored 3 points.
Still went there. They still had the number one offense in football that year. Did the Lions ever have the number one offense in basketball? No.
You mean in football when they
In
had
baseball.
Calvin Johnson?
I'm sorry, meant cricket.
When he had like one of the best wide receivers
dude,
ever?
Maybe I should start betting on cricket.
Sounds like a terrible
You
idea.
should go start a sports podcast about cricket.
I don't know anything about it.
I still don't. I've like tried to look up the rules for it and I get more confused every
Yeah,
time
dude,
I
the
look.
games will last like days.
It took me a solid like 3 separate times to look up the rules of rugby until I got it.
Oh,
And that was over like a span of like 2.5, 3 years. Cricket has eluded me since like I was like
Yeah.
15.
Forgot about it.
It's been like 10 years. And honestly, I've given up. I don't give a shit about cricket. And I never will.
I just get pissed when I watch rugby.
I just get
I'm
pissed.
like, what the fuck is this? Yeah.
So, okay, so then what's your least, like, what do you want the least out of the weekend to go to the Super Bowl? What 2 teams do you want the least?
Ravens Niners.
Ravens Niners, yeah. I was really thinking about it. Probably. Like we saw it once
Even though
already.
it's the most likely.
Probably, yeah.
That's how we are, though. The most likely one, we're like, no.
Isaiah Likely.
Even though it probably would be a good Super Bowl.
10-year anniversary of the Niners
The
Ravens.
lights going out.
Yeah.
That was a good Super Bowl. Even though it was like shit for the first half. I feel like all these games, though, are
That was
shit
a
for the
good Super
first
Bowl.
half. It's becoming like the NBA a little bit. Like the second half is where all the action happens.
I've said my whole life, well, not my whole life, but I've said since I've been a grown adult, the last 2 minutes are all that matters in the NBA, and the last quarter is all
I'd
that
say
matters.
quarter,
in the
yeah,
NFL.
last quarter. What?
Did you make your spread pick for this game? Right? You said Lions.
Lions,
yeah,
yeah.
he definitely has the
Did
Lions.
Did you make your pick?
I have the Lions.
What did you pick?
I
Niners?
mean, I'm taking the Lions, dude.
You just said you like the Niners when you said the spread.
Nah, dude. I was
Let's go, dude.
always picking the Lions.
So if I didn't pick the
on
Chiefs,
5 out of 6.
yeah, if I didn't pick the Chiefs, or if,
The
like, we
Lions
just
are
agree on anything.
really good, dude.
I mean, it's only 2
the
games,
Lions are
though.
really good,
So-
and they definitely can play
It doesn't have to be
a close game against the Niners.
I don't like that they're on the road, but I don't care.
It doesn't have to be a spread, but your favorite pick of the weekend, best bet of the weekend.
Well, if I were to pick a spread, I'd say my favorite spread of the weekend's the Ravens. You
Mine-
just want me to pick a winner?
Mine is Mark Andrews anytime touchdown.
Oh.
you ready for this?
Zach Ertz.
Zach Ertz, anytime touchdown. Swear to
Yeah.
fuck.
Crazy that
Swear
they
to
signed
fucking
him,
God.
dude.
He's not gonna. They're just gonna bring him back from the dead and
I
not
think-
throw him the football. Like,
Dude,
I don't think he like plays at
the
all. I
NFL
literally
is
just think
the
this is a
only
ring
league
chasing
that lets
move.
you do that, though, and I think it's kind of dumb.
It is kind of dumb.
I think it's dumb too, but like he actually has played well recently. Like even this year, he was playing well.
Okay, but he hasn't played a game in what, like a month and a half?
Cool. He didn't come in and fucking catch 2 balls for 10 yards and a touchdown.
I don't think he plays. I think they literally get him just in the like off chance that Sam Laporta gets hurt.
He kind of is.
He kind of is, but like he's still gonna play.
No, I know, but
And
they
he's
might
still
throw
way
Ertz.
better than
The-
Zach Ertz.
Laporta won't play 100% of the possession. I just think I'd have Zach Ertz touchdown. It's far fetched, whatever.
So are you gonna change yours, or are you gonna keep it?
That's what you think of Zach Ertz? Just fart.
Yeah. Jameer Gibbs touchdown.
Okay, I like that. McCaffrey touchdown.
Shut up.
Yeah, I mean that's
He gets a touchdown every.
Uh-huh.
Gibbs is really good.
How many? It's like he has more touchdowns than not this year.
I'm drafting
in
Jameer
games.
Gibbs number 1.
The
overall
best-
next year.
He has what, 1 game without a touchdown this year, or 2?
Gibbs?
No, McCaffrey.
Oh yeah,
No, Hollywood Brown.
dude. The best,
The Ravens just signed him, dude.
the best
Wait,
podcast.
Dalvin
Yeah.
Cook touchdown.
Oh,
Ooh, maybe. The best podcast is that week before the Super Bowl, where we're like, the coin flip, the Gatorade color,
Yeah.
the over under on the Super Bowl anthem. Like we're like,
So that'll be
next week.
What should we do next week?
Next week is probably just like a wrap up of this.
yeah.
like a
But I mean,
cleanup.
still, I think
of
we'll
the
have.
year.
I think we'll have plenty to talk about next week.
Next week we'll have stuff to talk about, but like no
We
predictions.
can do a wrap up of the whole year.
Yeah, next year's like a wrap up, like a spring cleaning, and then the following week is the preview,
All the prop bets.
where we got super duper horny.
It is the best.
I mean, you can't top Gatorade color.
We preview
That's the best bet
our
in
private
sports.
parts.
I know we said this last week, but Gatorade color is just unmatched.
Even I love the Super Bowl squares, dude.
The squares, the food,
And I love that DraftKings has that.
Yeah.
Like, you can bet on that electronically.
I
but
mean,
I do like the traditional squares.
what can you not like about the Super Bowl? I just there's work the next day, but like that's the next day.
You know what was funny last week was when you guys were talking about the Gatorade color bet, and Alan was like, "Can I bet on that on DraftKings?" And you were like, "No, offshore only." And he didn't know what you meant by that. And he's like, "Oh, what does that mean? Like Japan?"
Yeah, he doesn't. There's no way.
And he was like, no.
It does kind of suck. That's not like a.
Yeah,
and,
dude,
you know, we were
I'm
talking
not-
about how like
I'm
it
not
can be rigged
using
and shit.
Bovada again.
No,
Like,
that's cracked.
But like, I love how we sit here and talk about, oh, they can't do it because like, oh, it's rigged. You can rig it and shit like that. But like, the NFL's rigged, so like,
rigged.
they're allowed to just rig it. But then we can't bet on the Gatorade color. Like, come on, bro.
Ridiculous.
Like Calvin Ridley can bet.
Calvin Ridley can bet 10-leg parlays, and I can't bet red on Gatorade.
Yeah,
like,
I can't bet. Like, just take my money. Obviously, I'm gonna be wrong.
Yeah, literally,
literally free
obviously,
money.
I'm losing.
They get so much money from that. Like,
Let
it's not like heads or tails where it's like 50-50. Like, there's like 7 different colors it could be. It could be white.
And you're gonna fuck with the odds too to make me think it's one. So like, congrats. Like,
yeah, and then it's like, okay, 10-1 on water.
because remember one year it was like
water?
red maybe or pink or something. It was like 10-1, and then it went down to like even money or something. And everyone's like, oh, they have an inside tip, and it has to be red. And then it ended up being like yellow or whatever. It was like,
and they put it on like all these like pages and shit. Like, they put the odds out there on like social media.
yeah, but then they'll be like brought to you by Bovada, like literally.
Yeah, come on, bro. Get some of that money for.
We don't know. It's not till next week. Maybe they'll put it up there. Maybe this year's the year.
I'll ask some of the higher ups that I know.
You should just be like, put it out there. Like, I don't care how. I don't care.
I contact like the VP of like, I'm like,
The
dude,
Lions.
I'm like, dude, come on.
You're like,
Put it out there.
You don't talk to the guy, but you talk to like the guy's guy.
I'm like, dude, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Send a message up the
chain.
up the chain.
See,
let them
You
know.
gotta get me on FanDuel too.
Imagine-
I said this one of the other podcasts.
What?
The account shit never verifies me. Every time I say this to
Oh,
you.
I mean, I don't have anything to do
He's
with
like,
that.
Yeah, but
he's
message the
dude,
same
that's
guy.
not my job. I don't get paid enough to do that.
Message-
I would message like customer service and like,
And then
you
they're
could
like,
just
we'll get back
message
to you in 7 to 10 business weeks. Like,
Yeah, like I think you could message customer service and get the same thing.
They give me the same preset
What
jargon.
thing that you're.
You have not completed the security questions based on this. We cannot verify you as a person. Blah 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 blah. You should try changing your address.
Yeah,
this, and
after I
that.
like put a photo of my license in there.
I did too. I put a photo of myself in the license there, and it says you have to answer the security questions. Then I never get populated security questions. It's not like I get security questions wrong. They just don't send them to my phone. And then they're like, oh well, we can't do anything about that. It's like,
Dude, the Sugar House guy.
I mean,
came
yeah,
in-
not
it
your
always
department.
works-
I did.
It always
Yeah.
worked for me.
It was the same thing with Sugar House. I tried to sign up for them a couple of years ago, and it said I wasn't a person. So then, like a week later,
You're not.
So then, like a week later, like I was still at ShopRite, and they're a rep for CT Sugar House or CT Lottery with a Sugar House shirt comes in, and he's telling me all about like, yeah, no, we're gonna do these pamphlets, and your store will get like credit for everybody that signs up there. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. So then I was like, hey, why don't I was like, I wanted to sign up for your thing, and it says I'm not really a real person. Like, what should I do about that? Can you help me? And he was like, I just sent an email to customer support.
It's like, thanks, buddy.
I was like, all right,
You're a
dude.
real help.
I was like, I won't be handing out any of your fucking pamphlets.
Yeah,
Just
it's
throw 'em
not
on
like
the
I work with.
Like, I'm not
customer support.
displaying-
No, I
them.
get that, but I don't know if you like know a guy. Is my point. Like, you can't just be
No.
like, hey, fucking Doug.
No,
like, what do my boys
Sal, no one's actually like in charge of that field. He just doesn't feel like.
Yeah, no, obviously.
Imagine if I was like the president of like customer service.
You're just the president of FanDuel.
I'm the CEO, and I never told you.
No, you're
guys.
literally just like the president. Like, they just elected you. You're just
I
that
just
guy.
never told you guys. Imagine.
Oh, if you were the guy that like made the lines or whatever, I'd literally beat the shit out of you. Like, I'd literally fucking kill you.
It's like I'm like a secret agent. Like I'm literally sworn to secrecy. I
Yeah.
can never tell anybody that that's what I do.
No, I swear to God, I'd be so mad at you. If
I
like,
still want to know what they
just
do.
like you
though.
sit here and you're like, haha, like the guy that makes the lines. Like,
I'm like, dude, it's got to be rigged. And I'm like rigging it the whole time.
we leave, you just start like typing on your computer. You're like, we got him, we got him.
Ultimate villain story. There's a movie made about it. But like, I always wonder what they do because it is a job. It's sports trader, and I'm like, what does that mean? What do they
That's
do?
like an actual job.
Yeah,
That's what it's
I'm
called.
telling you, dude. I've seen it for FanDuel, like job postings. It says sports trader, and it's like you're involved in making
Creating
all
the
the
lines.
and
Jesus.
It's probably just you plug numbers into it.
no.
to
They
a
literally
system.
sit there and choke you out, and they're like, all right, you almost died. Who won? Like, who won this game?
They're like, we know you transported to the future.
Or they just like have to test people to send into like the what do you call it? The time travel.
That's why there's always job postings for it. They keep killing people, sending them to the future.
Do not apply for
Get
that.
fucked.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It might pay pretty well.
If you're dead, it doesn't matter.
You should apply for it, dude.
For them to fucking send me through the portal? No, thank you.
No, I'm like serious. You should. I mean, you've always been a math guy.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. Maybe.
I mean, it's probably just like data entry.
Yeah.
Which is like kind of what you do now.
Yeah. I mean,
I might need to get Sal in there.
Indentured servantry.
I might get a nice little.
just have them send.
bonus.
Just have them send my paycheck directly to them. Like, don't even pay me. Like, just give me the. Give me the
I'll
credit.
get you on there. I'll get a referral bonus so we can go put it on red on the Gatorade color.
Ooh. No, I thought you were just to say red.
Yeah,
in
red
general.
on roulette.
Yeah.
Or red and roulette. Yeah.
And then red on the Gatorade color, like the winnings
purple.
Ooh.
For the Ravens.
Ooh.
Ooh, so I like that one.
The year that it was Ravens Niners, I kept saying it has to be red because it's two red teams. Like the Gatorade color literally needs to be red, and then it was like orange or whatever the fuck. I was like,
Fuck orange.
So stupid.
It was orange because the Bengals should have been there.
No, that was the year before actually.
Oh.
So that doesn't check out. All right, fuck those. Who cares?
Oh, that was the year Joe Burrow was hurt.
Yes.
Fuck.
This year?
Yes.
He
Also,
got hurt this year. God damn it, dude.
is he injury prone?
I don't think so. His injury was kind of weird though.
I mean, so is my ass, but
Like what was it? Was like his elbow or wrist or something?
Yeah, he was throwing on the sideline. His arm went.
yeah,
I cringed when I saw it.
yeah.
Was it on the
He was
sideline
immediately,
or
like-
was it like when he tried to throw that touchdown?
No, yeah, he threw a pass and then like came off, and then I think he tried to throw it down, and he was fucked.
And it was
after that.
weird because I was like, oh, maybe it's just like it's something.
No,
And
he
then
knew right
after the
away.
game. They were like, yeah,
Yeah.
he's out for the year. I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah,
I was like, is he need Tommy
The
John?
NFL was like, there's way too many good teams in the AFC.
yeah. They were like,
You
get him
gotta-
out
you
of
gotta
here.
get out of the league.
Dude, they might have been there at the end
Honestly, do they not like trade one of these quarterbacks to the NFC or like move
just to
this?
balance it out.
Yeah, this can't keep happening. Like,
It's Thanos with the little thing on his finger. Balances everything should be.
I need to get the Super Bowl right next year in the preview picks. So I got the NFC right with the Eagles, and I got the AFC right this year with the Ravens. So I need to go like.
Okay, well you didn't get it right yet.
It's gonna happen.
All right.
The
That's-
Chiefs aren't going.
I don't
there.
want you to. I just don't want you to.
Oh, I don't care. I mean,
All right.
I don't have money on it.
I'm looking out for you.
If I had money on it, it would be.
You're gonna put money on it though.
Not like what Ravens to win at -180. Like whoopee.
No. Ravens, Lions,
Maybe. Now we'll talk about that after.
Ryans?
Detroit versus everybody. All right, we gotta go. Dude. You are unhinged. Don't ever get COVID ever again.
Love you.